Hi, hello, and we're going to look today at a problem called Keep It Simple, which is all to do with adding fractions, adding and subtracting fractions, but a bit of a problem-solving task, this one, a bit more of an extension task. It's from the nRich website. For this, it's probably a good idea if you're more secure with adding fractions and finding common denominators. If you're not quite secure in that, go back and look at the other video on visible fractions, which will show you and help you how to add fractions with different denominators. We're going to have a look at this question today. It says age 11 to 14, but I think there's some 9 and 10-year-olds out there who might want a good go at this as well. Unit fractions, which have a numerator. Hopefully you're secure with that, but if you're not quite secure with the language there, numerator, the top number in a fraction, can be written as the sum. Again, hopefully secure with that word sum. It means adding of two different unit fractions. So we're going to check this one out. Is a half a third? Add 1/6. Is that a half? So we write the fractions as using common denominators. Again, look at the visible fractions video if you want some help with this. We can actually just write these as fractions out of 6, can't we? Some people would do 3 6s are 18, and have 18, which would work, but I think it's quite nice to use a little bit of mathematical thinking there and realize you can use 6 as the common denominator. 1/3, the equivalent fraction again. Let's try and be secure with that. Equivalent in mathematics means the same value. Common denominator, the bottom number in a fraction, common, the same. So again, language richness here, we've got 5 words you really need to know the meaning of. So the more you practice, the more secure you'll come with the mathematical language and the maths itself. So 2/6 plus 1/6 is 3/6, which of course is a half. So that is correct. So there's a unit fraction sum there. 1/2 is 1/3 plus 1/6. Okay, so what's the problem? Where's the problem solving? Let's have a look. Alison started playing around with 1/6 and was surprised to find there wasn't just one way of doing it, that you can find a sum of unit fractions which is equal to a sixth. So should we just check these? So what you can do now is just pause the video, check those answers, do the working. It will help you solve this problem. In doing that working, it will help you later in the problem. So do the working, script it in your books on a piece of paper, script those answers. I'll go through them in a minute. Pause the video now, please. Okay, here we go. Here's the answers. Let's just double check. 1/6, 1/7 plus 1/42. Let's double check that. Now, I said to you that really, if you haven't scripted this, please, please, please don't just watch me do it. I enjoy watching my children swim, but it doesn't make me any better at swimming myself. Watching my children swim in the pool doesn't make me any fitter or better at swimming. So watching me do mathematics makes you no better at mathematics at all. So make sure when I ask you to pause the video, you do it. And if you haven't paused, pause it now. Okay, so 1/7 plus 1/42. I'm going to draw this a little smaller, I think. 1/7 plus 1/42. Let's use a common denominator. You probably worked out you can just use 42 as the denominator, because 42 is in the 7 times table. It's a multiple of 7. 6 sevens are 42, aren't they? So that's 6/42 plus 1/42 is 7/42, which is 1/6. That's a tick. Let's do 1/8 plus 1/24. Again, I think you realize you can use 24 as the denominator. Now, again, without doing this working yourself, you won't be making all these connections. So we'll need these connections for the problem solving in just a moment. 8 multiplied by 3 is 24, so that's 3/24, which is 4/24, and you're seeing what's going on here. I can simplify this fraction into, yes, 1/6, yes. And by doing this working, you are making all these connections to what is going on in this problem. You can use 18, because 18 is in the 9 times table. It's a multiple of 9. It's 2 9s. That's right. It's 3 18s, which can be simplified to 1/6. Yeah, you're seeing some patterns and you're seeing what is going on. Yes, yes, yes. Now, you might think, if you are watching me do this and you haven't scripted it yourself, you might think, yeah, I'm learning exactly the same thing. You're not. So make sure you do this yourself. Make sure you've made, and also if you've made mistakes in these, great, fantastic. Because making mistakes is when you really, really, really learn. Common denominator there, let's go for 30. Of course, when I make a mistake in my video, it's a little bit embarrassing, but I usually try and find a way out of that. 5/30ths, which is 1/6. That one to me was a little different. That one to me was a little different. Can you think why that one was a little different to me? Yes, because in these ones, I could just use one of the fractions denominators as the common denominator. Here, I had to use a different common denominator. That to me was a little different. And a 12th plus a 12th, but she realized it didn't count because they were not different. Oh, I see. So they've got to be different unit fractions, although a 12th plus a 12th is indeed a 6th because it's 2/12ths, which is a 6th. They say, well, that didn't count because they were the same. So we've got to have a strict rule there. The unit fractions must be different. Okay, great. So very, very, very well done if you scripted all those answers because they're really, really, really going to help you for this next part because here's the actual problem. Here it comes. He says without knowing how to scroll down. Here we go. Charlie tried to do the same thing. Excuse me, with 1/8. Can you finish Charlie's calculations to see which ones work? So here we go. Your chance to pause the video. Pause it. Don't just watch me do it. You won't get better at maths watching me do maths. So pause the video now and I'll go through some solutions in a moment. Okay, let's have a go. Can we do it? Can we make 1/8 1/9 plus something? Oh, crikey. Can we make one? Well, what's our start point? How do we even know where to start? We can start by looking back at the work we did here. Now, here we go. Now, by doing this work, I learned a lot because I learned that my answers came from these wonderful fractions here. And what are all of these fractions? What's that phrase we use in mathematics? What's that phrase we use? Again, let's go back up. Equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions. Yes. So by doing this work, you will be able to solve these problems. As I say, it's less likely you'll make that connection if you didn't do this yourself. But there we go. It's something to do with equivalent fractions. 1/6 is the same as 2/12ths. Look, there's actually an equivalent fraction there as well, but that one wasn't allowed. 1/6 is 2/12ths. It's 3/18ths. It's 4/24ths. It's 5/30ths. It's 7/4. Right. Okay. So I think now by doing that work, I'm onto a win. I'm going to write some equivalent fractions down. Now, if you weren't quite sure how to start this and you think that's enough of a tip for you, then maybe you could pause the video and off you go. What would that one be? That would be 3/24, wouldn't it? 3 is 24, that's right. 4 8s are 32. 5 40. 6 8s are 40. So there's some equivalent fractions. I wonder if that can help me. So pause the video again and see if you can work through that problem and see if you can find those unit fractions which are equal to 1/8. Good luck. So let's see. So I think I'm going to do a bit of backward working here. I think 2/16 that's 1/8 plus 1/8, isn't it? So I think 2/16. 2/16 is 1/8 plus 1/8. And that is unit fractions, but that's a bit like the one above where we said they have to be different. So if we go back to this one, look above. Yeah, see that one there, the 12ths, 2/12ths? We said that wasn't allowed because they're not different unit fractions. So although that would work, they're not different unit fractions, so we're not allowed to do that one. So scrub that idea, excuse me. Let's go for 3/24ths, which is definitely equal to 1/8. Can I do something clever here? Well, I suppose it could be 1/24 plus 2/24, couldn't it? Yeah, 1/24 plus 2/24 is 3/24. That's not a unit fraction. Oh, it is! Ha ha ha, I hear you cry. It is, look, 2/24ths is 1/12. Yippee! I've got an answer. That's great. I've got 1/8, because 3/24, don't forget, is 1/8. 1/8 is 3/24, which is 1/24 plus 1/12. That's great. It's not even one of the ones there. It's 1/12 plus 1 over 24. So I've got an answer for 1/8. And it says, can you finish Charlie's calculation to see which ones work? Well, I've got one that isn't even there. Great. So I'm going to keep, where should I keep a record of these? I'll scroll down. 1/8 is 1 over 24 plus 2 over 24. I'll scroll down here. 1/8, 1 over 8 is 1 over 24. Actually, I'm going to put 1 over 12 first. 1 over 12 plus 1 over 24. Now, if you think that's enough of a tip for you to carry on, you carry on and have another good go at that. Pause the video and see if you can find out some other answers. Go. For those of you looking for answers, what I'm going to do now is scrub that out the way, because I think I'm going to just do my working up here and keep record of my answers down below. So I know that 1 over 8, I've done 3 over 24. I'm going to do the next one now. So 4 over 32. I know it's the same as 4 over 32. And I could write that, couldn't I, as 1 over 32 plus 3 over 32. I don't think that's going to help me, is it? I could write it as 2 over 32 plus 2 over 32, but that would be 1 over 16 plus 1 over 16, which isn't allowed because they're the same. And I can't simplify this. This is the problem. I can't simplify that fraction there into a unit fraction. So I'm going nowhere with that. So you know what? I might keep that in the back of my mind, but I couldn't work with that one, so I'll leave it for now. Let's go for the next one. 4 over 32, I've just done that one. 5 over 40, let's try that one. 5 over 40. Okay, so 1/8 is 5 over 40. I can write that as 1 over 40 plus 4 over 40. Oh, yes, lovely. Look, 1 over 40 plus, and I can simplify this one, 1/10, which is one of those answers. Yes, my question mark here, it's equal to 1 over 10 plus 1 over 40. That was one of my answers, which was one of my questions, which was asked right here. Great. There we go. I got it. That's fantastic. I'm so happy with that. That's brilliant, isn't it? Oh, that's great. I'm really happy. There we go. Right, let's have a go at the next one. Let's try another one. That was great. We got an answer. So again, if you think that might have given you a little pause to think about it, pause again and just have a go at another problem and see if you can do it. I'm just going to do my working up here. It takes a bit of time to rub it out, but I don't think it's a problem. It's quite nice to do it here. Don't you rub out your working. Never do that. Crikey. You want to keep as much evidence as you can. Here we go. 6 over 48. So 6 over 48. 1/8 is 6 over 48. Let's see if I can do anything with this. Maybe I could do 1 over 48 plus 5 over 48. But that doesn't really help because I can't make 5 over 48 into a unit fraction. But maybe I could change this up here. What do you think? Maybe I could write that as, I don't know, not 1 and 5. Maybe I could write it as 2 and 4. What do you think? Ooh. Okay. And 2 over 48, that's 1 over 24. And 4 over 48, that's 1/12. Okay. Well, that's unit fractions. Is that an answer? 1 over 24 plus 1 over 12. Oh, but I've already got that one. Oh, well, darn. Never mind. Let's go. Let's try again. Let's try. We keep going. So that was a possible solution. Let's have a go. Next one. Let's have a go and see if we can do another one. Let's have a go. Right. So that was 6, wasn't it? Should we try 7? Yeah. So 1/8. Let's multiply by 7 now. An equivalent fraction. 1 times 7 is 7. 8 sevens are 56. Okay. Let's have a go at this. I could go for 1 over 56 plus 6 over 56. But again, 6 over 56, I don't think I'm going to be able to make that a unit fraction. So I can't do that. What else could we do? We could, rather than do 1 and 6, what could we do? We could do 2 and 5, but again, I can't make 5 over 56 a unit fraction. So I don't think that one's going to work. How about if we tried for 3 and 4? Should we try 3 and 4? Can I make 3 over 50, 4 over 56? I could do that as a unit fraction, but 3 over 56, I don't think I can make a unit fraction. 56 is not a multiple of 3. Oh well, never mind. Let's keep going. Let's keep that working in place just in case we come back to it and realize we've made a mistake and we could have actually used that. Let's just see where we go. Let's do another one. 1 over 8. What's that? Let's do 8 over 1 times 8 is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. What can we do with that? Let's have a look. What can I do? So I could make it fractions with a common denominator of 64. I could do 1 and 7, but 64 is not a multiple of 7, so I'm not going to make that into unit fractions. And you can just keep playing with this. You see, this is the joy of mathematics, just problem solving and playing around with maths. I could go 2 and 6. No, that's not going to work. 3 and 5, but again, that won't work either. So we're a little bit stuck here, aren't we? We're a little bit stuck here. Let's see if we can just keep going. Let's see if we can keep going. That was 8. What can we do next? Should we do 9 next? Should we do 9? Let's have a look. 9, 8, 72. Here we go. I could do 1 and hang on. I think I've got something. Let's have a look. Can I do 1 over 72 plus 8 over 72? That's right, isn't it? 1 times 9 is 9. 8 times 9 is 72. That is 1 over 72 plus 8 over 72, which is 1 over 72 plus, and that 8 over 72 is, what is it? It's a ninth, isn't it? It's a ninth. Brilliant. 1 over 72 plus 1. It's that one there. Oh, wow. I got it. Fantastic. And you can continue with this problem. You might have a different way of doing it. I'm just showing how you can play around with numbers and play around with fractions and try and get solutions. And you can carry on to try and find that answer to 1/8 is 1 over 11 plus something. If you do get it, post it as a comment. If you can find more than that for 1/8, where you realize there's a kind of, you run out of answers and there's a reason why you run out of answers, you could also try and make a comment about that and try and explain why that's the case. And the last thing you can do with unit fractions is you could try, if you wanted to. Oh, and I should say there, look, we got 1/12 plus 1 over 24. We did get an extra one, didn't we? We got 1/8 is 1/12. Oops, 1/8 is 1 over 12 plus 1 over 24 as an extra answer. But we're still searching for that one there. So keep going on that search. And the other thing you can do in mathematics is always more you can do. Very simple. You could just try to find some other ones of your own. Can all unit fractions be made in more than one way like this? So can you start with 1/10 and try and do it in that way? Can you start with 1/11 and try and do it in that way? Which ones work? Which ones don't work? Why don't they work? Which ones have more answers than other ones? And you can try and test yourself. So with maths, so much you can always do just by changing the question just that little bit, and good luck with that extension. Thank you very much.